So operating system is an interface between user and computer system. Memory management refers to management of primary memory or main memory. In batch operating system, all the jobs are executed one by one using batch system, that is first in first out system. But in multi-programming, so we can store two or more programs simultaneously. Welcome back to my second session of software concept. I am Shweta, lecturer, Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram College, Mysore. In my last session, I have discussed about hardware, software and types of software. So, software can be classified into application software and system software. Right? Application software can be classified as general purpose and application specific. And system software can be classified as language translator, linker and loader, and operating system and utility software. Operating system, we have Windows, Linux, Unix, etc. And utility softwares are backup software and antivirus software. So these are the topics I have discussed in my previous session. So today I am going to discuss about the important concept called operating system. So what is an operating system? Operating system is the lifeline of computer, because without operating system, computer can't function, right? So operating system is an interface between user and computer system. So already I have discussed about hardware. So what is hardware? Hardware means physical component of a computer system. This hardware can run using some instructions. Those instructions is given by an application software. So we have two types of software, that is system software and application software. So hardware can run using some instructions is given by the application software. So hardware is the innermost layer, and in middle we have system software. This system software can use to run both hardware and application software. Clear? So operating system helps to manage all this application software and hardware. So example for system software is operating system. So operating system is an interface between the user and the computer. So the main system software is operating systems, which helps to start up the computer and control its operation. So operating system helps to control the overall operations in a computer system. And operating system manages the resource in the sense CPU, memory, input-output devices, etc. So operating system helps to manage the resources. And operating system plays an important role in loading programs from disk into memory. This operating system helps to load the programs disk into memory, and it manages the operations in a computer system, and it is displaying the message. It is displaying the message and translating program in outputting the results. So this is the role of the operating system. It can load the programs and it can displaying the message and it executes the programs. So operating system is an interface between user and computer system. And some examples for operating systems are MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, Unix, Linux and Microsoft Windows are the examples for operating system. 2 marks question, what is an operating system? Give an example. And what are the functions of the operating system. We have very important functions of operating system, that is memory management, process management, device management and file management. So first one we have memory management. So what is memory management? Memory management refers to management of primary memory or main memory. So this operating system helps to manage the primary memory. Memory in the sense it can store the data. So this operating system helps to manage the primary memory. So this memory management helps to allocate free memory and reallocates the memory. This operating system helps to manage the memories. And main memory provides a fast storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. So this is called as memory management. And next we have process management. In process management, it controls access to shared resources like file, memory, input, output and CPU. So this process management helps to controls and access of memory, input, output and CPU. This controls the execution of applications and it creates and it executes and it cancel or schedule a process. So this process management helps to execute the programs. This process management helps to control execution of the applications. So this is called as process management. And next we have device management. This device management keeps tracks of all devices and it decides which device has to store. In device management, operating system helps to control the overall devices. Example, input, output, control, memory, device, etc. This device management helps to control the devices for storing the data. And in file management, it helps to store the files. It helps to store the files records in directories. This file management helps to provide access to files and it creates the files and allocates space for files and keep backup of files and it secure files. This operating system helps to provide access to files. It can store the files, it can reallocate and allocates the files. This is called as file management. And next we have types of operating system. Very important question. So we have different types of operating system, that is single user, batch operating, multi-programming, multitasking, multi-user, time sharing, real-time system. So in real-time system can be categorized into distributed, network and multi-threading operating system. So first type we have single user operating system. So what is single user operating system? So in single user operating system, only one user to share the system resource. And these are mainly the operating system configured for the use of desktop PC and laptops. Desktop PC and laptops are the examples for single user. So at a time one user can share the resource in single user operating system. So example, disk operating system and Windows 95, Windows 98 and Apple Macintosh are the examples for single user operating system. And second one we have batch operating system. So what is batch operating system? So in operating system all the jobs are executed one by one. So in batch operating system that allows users to create a batches and execute each batch sequentially. So in batch operating system, example, we have different jobs like job 1, job 2 and job 3 up to job n. All the jobs are executed sequentially in batches. This is one batch, batch 2, batch 3. All the jobs are divided into batches and this operating system helps to execute each batches sequentially. That is first in, first out techniques. So first in, first out techniques will use in batch operating system. So all the jobs are used to create batches and execute each batch sequentially. And this is well suited for applications with large computation time. In batch operating system, all the jobs are executed one by one using batch system, that is first in first out system. And next we have multi-programming operating system. So multi-programming, multi means what? Many programming. Multi-programming is the capability of CPU to execute two or more programs concurrently. So we can store two or more programs simultaneously in multi-programming operating system. So in multi-programming, so we can execute two or more programs. In multi-programming, we can store two or more programs simultaneously. Two or more programs are stored concurrently in primary storage, and the CPU moves from one program to another, partially executing each in turn. But in multi-programming, so we can store two or more programs simultaneously, but at a time only one program is executed. One program is executed at a time in multi-programming, but we can store two or more programs simultaneously. This is called as multi-programming. And next we have multitasking. So multitasking means at a time we can perform many other tasks, right? So multitasking operating system allows more than one program to run at a time. More than one program to run at a time. Example, user can listen music, right? User can listen music, and user can send email messages, and user can use browser. So at a time user can do multitasking. So this multitasking operating system allows more than one program to run at a time. This is called as multitasking operating system. And next we have multi-user. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users on different computers or terminal to access a single system with one operating system on it. So in multi-user operating system, at a time many users can use the system simultaneously. In multi-user, many users can use the system simultaneously. User 1, user 2 and user 3 and user 4. Clear? And next we have time sharing operating system. And in time sharing operating system allows many users to share the computer resource simultaneously. Example, so one user can share the system, user 1, and again another user can use it simultaneously, user 3, user 4 and user 5. So at a time many users to share the computer resource simultaneously in time sharing operating system. So example, large computer aided design and text processing systems belong to time sharing operating system. So in time sharing operating system, at a time many users to share the computer simultaneously. So this is called as time sharing operating system. And next we have real-time operating system. The primary objective of real-time operating system is to provide quick event response times and thus meeting the scheduling deadlines. This operating system helps to provide, example, we have n number of jobs. So this operating system helps to provide quick event and it provides the scheduling deadlines for each jobs. It provides scheduling deadlines for each job in real-time operating system. Clear? These are the types of operating system, and the main applications of real-time operating system is flight control and military application and industrial control systems. So it schedules the deadlines for each jobs. Clear? This is called as real-time operating system. And next we have distributed operating system. Real-time operating system can be classified into distributed operating system. So distributed operating system is a collection of autonomous computer system capable of communication and cooperation via software and hardware interconnections. So this distributed operating systems, example, we have n number of systems in a distributed environment, then the distributed operating system helps to balancing the load of sharing processors, I/O devices and memories. Example, we have n number of system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4, system 5, system 6, system 7. Example, up to system n. Example, we have n number of systems. So this distributed operating system helps to balancing the load by sharing processors and I/O devices, etc. This distributed operating system helps to balancing the load by sharing the processors and I/O devices, etc. So example, ATM centers of a bank are example for distributed operating system. All the banks are balancing this ATM centers, right? So this is an example for distributed operating system. And next we have network operating system. This operating system helps to access the network easily. So in network operating system is a collection of software and associated protocols. Protocols in the sense it is a set of rules that allow a set of autonomous computer which are interconnected by computer network. So it is used in a convenient and cost effective manner. This network operating system helps to access the network easily. So these are the types of operating system. And last we have multi-threaded operating system. A thread. So what is this thread? Thread is a sequence of instructions within a computer program. Thread is a sequence of instruction within a computer program. So this is process is happening here. So this thread is a sequence of instructions. We have different threads. This multi-threaded operating system helps to connect the logical paths through the program to be executed simultaneously. This helps to connect the logical path to program to be executed simultaneously. So this is called as multi-threaded operating system. Thread means a sequence of instructions, is a small portions of instructions in a program. Clear? This is called as multi-threaded operating system. So these are the types of operating systems. So you can expect this question. So what are the types of operating system? Single user, multi-user, multitasking, multi-programming, real-time operating system, time-sharing operating system. And last topic we have functional features of operating system. So there are two types of user interface, that is command line user interface CUI and graphical user interface GUI. Important question for 3 marks. CUI and GUI. What is this CUI and GUI? CUI interface allows the user to interact with a computer through text editors. So here we can't use any graphics. So here we have to use some text terminal. It is non-graphical and text-based user interface. It is not a graphical user interface, it is a text-based interface. So MS-DOS is an operating system which provides a CUI. So MS-DOS is an operating system which provides CUI. And GUI is an interface where the commands are selected from menus and icons. So whatever the commands you are writing in a command line interface, So you can select that commands using graphical user interface through menus and icons. So it allows user to click on the required icon with the help of mouse. So it is a graphical user interface. This is not a text-based interface. Windows operating system is the most popular OS based on GUI. And what are the difference between CUI and GUI? Very important question. CUI stands for command line user interface and GUI is graphical user interface. And the user must type the commands at command prompt to interact with the computer. So in CUI, user has to type the commands in command prompt to interact with the computer. And in graphical user must click on icons, menus, dialog box to interact with the computer. And the user must remember the commands and their parameters, right? So for every time user has to write the commands and their parameters. But in graphical user need not remember any commands as it is available in the form of menus and icons on monitor. This is graphical based interface. And mouse operation not available for disk operating system because it is a type based interface. And mouse operation required to select the commands. So these are the comparison between CUI and GUI. With this, we have end of this chapter called software concept. The weightage of this chapter is 5 marks. So easily you can score 5 marks in software concept. The important questions in software concepts are language translators, software types and types of operating system and CUI and GUI. In my next session, I will come with a new chapter called problem solving methodology. Thank you.